So what's up, everybody? This is Peter, aka CodingMadeEasy, coming to you guys with another update video. Now, if you guys have not seen the video I posted last year in February, basically I made a video called My Long Rant about college life, and I was basically ranting about how I disliked the way college was being run and how I felt like I was being sucked into this institution just to get a piece of paper. So I ended up dropping out of that college. I don't know if I made a video on that, but I ended up dropping out and I ended up going to a new college. Now, my primary purpose for going to this new college was I thought that I would learn something beneficial later on, like not right away, but beneficial, like maybe in second or third year. And I thought that I would learn, or actually, I didn't. I thought I was gonna learn some programming stuff in third year, but I thought I was gonna learn some beneficial stuff to teach you guys in like first and second year. Sorry. And basically, this course was supposed to be an all-around game development course where they teach you they don't teach you really to master anything but programming, but they teach you every other area, such as game design, such as character drawing, such as sound design. And did I say sound design twice? I don't know. I'm so tired. But they're supposed to show you everything, like every single area of the gaming industry. They weren't supposed to teach it in depth, but they're supposed to teach it to you. And so I was like, man, this is perfect. I can show you guys how to write scripts for your game, show you how to do some basic character drawing and all those basic stuff to actually get yourself going in case you don't have an artist, or in case you don't have a sound engineer, or yada yada yada, and you just want to get a game done. And so I took this course mainly for YouTube, and mainly because although I feel like this paper or this institution or whatever, this institution issue is irrelevant, I felt like, so what, maybe I can gain some knowledge at some college, and maybe I can gain some knowledge to teach you guys. Well, I don't know if I'm going to sound like a broken record, but this was more of a waste of a time than my last college. Like, I've never paid so much money to be trolled in my life. I've seriously been trolled. Like, myself and Jordan have been trolled. Like we were even considering just not even finishing this course, because if I was stupid and irrelevant in this, the only part that's actually worth your time is the programming course. And I never really expected to actually learn much, because obviously the professor has to teach at a slower pace for people who haven't programmed before. So, not his fault. He's a cool guy. Like, I like him a lot. Like, and he's a driving force of why I'm actually still at this in this course right now. But just to give you kind of like a glimpse of what I've been talking about is like last semester, I'm not going to go too briefly into it, but we had a bunch of courses which were jokes. Like, we had a course called sound design where we were supposed to learn like the basics of sound in the gaming industry, and all we learned was to go on freesound.org or whatever that site is to just rip sounds and then place them in your game. Did I really spend money for you to teach me how to go to a website? Like, I don't really think I learned anything about really editing sounds to make them sound unique. Like, we learned about pitch and reverb and the tail and like echo and delay, like very minor stuff where you could search Google and spend like less than 30 seconds reading a document and knowing what it means, or searching a YouTube video. Like, it wasn't content where you're like, man, like, this is why I spent my money. No, it wasn't like that. It was a complete waste of time. Then we have a history class, and the history class, normally history is so beneficial. We learn about like American or Canadian or for you guys in the UK, I'm guessing you learn about English history, and if that's the right phrase for it, sorry if I'm wrong. But you learn about the history of your nation, and you learn about why you are the nation you are today, and what you did right as a nation, and what you did wrong, what to look forward into the future based on history, and yada yada yada. And history is very beneficial, so don't think that I'm diminishing history. And so I was really excited for this course because I thought they were going to teach us like the history of like where studios started off, the history of where games started off, and basically why certain games worked, why certain companies thrived, and what relation to what people were wanted at a certain time, like why it helped the game strive and all that stuff. And we didn't really learn stuff like, yeah, we learned some basics on games that were successful like Pac-Man, but we didn't really look into why it was beneficial and yada yada yada. And that's why like it kind of it kind of like kind of threw me off. And like we had a course like psychology, like the first day the professor told us he's never played a game in his life and he's never worked in the gaming industry. Like why are you even a professor? Like all his posts he got from the internet. And you know the biggest joke this guy said, we had to write a report on what type of designer we want to be. Now, just by saying what type of designer you want to be proves you know nothing about the game development world. Like, there's not just designers, there's programmers, there's artists. Like, you're not a programmer designer, no, you're a programmer, or you're a gameplay programmer, or some other type of programmer, UI programmer, different types of artists and whatnot. So to ask what kind of designer you want to be proves you really don't know much about the industry. And so in the question it said, what type of designer do you want to be? A game designer, a sound designer, magician, etc. What's a magician? Like, do you go like poof and then coda pairs? Are you like you're like abracadabra and then you get a 3D model or you get a 2D sprite sheet? Am I going to say alakazam and then all of a sudden all the sound is going to appear for the game? Oh my gosh, like, I wish it was that easy. Man, I would have been a millionaire by now. So maybe I should become a magician because my psychology teacher said magicians exist in the gaming industry. Like, that course is so retarded, like, wasting my time. And then we go to this semester and tell me why we have a whole course on building board games. I don't think I need to say more. Like, board games make zero money. You will not survive off board games. I've never heard of anybody who survived off board games except for like Hasbro. Like if you make money off board games, you are a magician. Like, you will not make money off board games. The fact that we're wasting a whole semester on board games, the fact that I'm using my hard-earned money, like, I know, like, I'm paying a lot less than what people pay in university, but I'm still using my hard-earned money to learn how to build a board game. Like, seriously. And there's a lot of other nonsense, that we're learning, but it's kind of depressing. But that's why, like, to get to my initial point, I don't even know if this is a point or whatever, but anyways, I've quit my job. Well, I didn't do it yet. I was supposed to today, but I didn't get a chance to, so I'm doing it tomorrow, first thing tomorrow. I'm going to quit. And the reason why I'm quitting is because I want to put a lot of focus into YouTube, but YouTube is not going to be my primary focus. So I'm sorry for that. It's not going to be my primary focus. It's going to be my secondary focus. My primary focus is going to be actually developing a game, which I think is actually going to be the game that actually changes my life per se. The game that's actually going to get me to where I want to be. My dream is to open up my own studio, right? And so I got two artists right now. They're two amazing artists, and I'll show you some of their artwork later on, but they're two amazing artists, and we're going to be working on this project that I'm trying to release a demo by May, and hopefully you guys will love it. It's a unique game. There's no other game of its kind out there, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it. But yeah, and more for that to come. So I quit my job to kind of focus on that. And but the biggest thing is, by quitting my job, I basically took a huge risk. I really don't have any backup for money, and so I basically am gonna be throwing myself into debt, right? So I'm doing this to kind of, because sometimes you got to get rid of something in life to get to higher places, right? And so that thing that I felt like I had to get rid of, I had to get rid of my job. My job is hindering me, taking a lot of my time, yada yada yada. It's not that the people that I worked with are bad. They're really nice people. It's just that that job is not for me. Making burgers is not for me. You know, I'm a programmer. I'm a good programmer. I can get places, and by working at McDonald's, it's hindering me from getting where I want to go, although it's giving me the income I need right now. So with that being said, if you guys want to donate, feel free to donate. The reason why I'm asking for donations, I really don't normally ask too often, but to make up for the lost expenses, I'm gonna have to be doing like web development and stuff on the side. And if you guys can donate like enough money, then I won't have to do web development, which means that I can focus more on YouTube videos and focus more on this project. And the more I can focus on the project and YouTube videos will mean like the better off life will be, and the better off it will be for you guys as well. So I'm going to be doing a lot of update videos for the next few days about like the progress of everything that's going on. I'll let you know exactly when I've quit tomorrow, and then I'm going to get back to two tutorials because I know you guys love those. But I just had to do a bit of a shorter rant this time about, well, it's like at the 12-minute mark now, so it's like the same, around the same length, but I just had to do a little short rant about what was going on, about why I feel like I had to quit my job, and why I very well may not even finish that course. I might just delve right into the gaming industry. That's my initial plan, because college isn't going to get me there. University is not going to get me anywhere. I'm wasting my time because I've already used a lot of my life learning programming, and to sit down in a classroom for dumbed down lessons for stuff that I already know is really a waste of my time. Not saying that like the lessons are not good. The programming lessons are very detailed and very good, but it's a waste of my time because I already know everything. So words to the wise, I don't even know if that's what the saying goes, whatever. You don't need, as a programmer, you don't need university. As a programmer, you don't need college. If you want to follow the system, by all means follow the system, but you don't need to follow the system. At the end of the day, you make your own fate, you make your own destiny. If you work hard enough, you can make something of your life, right? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm taking my own advice. I'm working hard. I'm not going to let school decide what becomes of my future. I'm forming my own future. So hopefully you guys support me in that. And yeah, a lot more update videos will be coming up soon. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And bye for now.